Three tips on dealing with guilt. I'm Keeley, psychotherapist with a passion for human potential. Guilt is a profound human emotion. Knowing how to handle it effectively can have an important impact on the quality of your life. So, if you're struggling with guilt, here's my first tip: pinpoint a specific situation that you feel guilty about. Think about what you did and maybe what action you would have liked to have taken. That's my first tip. Pinpoint the specific situation and what you did, and maybe what you would have liked to have done. Get to understand what you feel guilty about, and even consider why you feel guilty about your actions and what you did. And my second tip is, now you've pinpointed the situation, think about whether that guilt is appropriate for that situation. So, I let a friend down, we should have met up, and for whatever reason, I wasn't able to fulfill that promise. And now I feel guilty. I have to ask myself, is that guilt appropriate? Yes, it is appropriate. And if it is appropriate for the situation, then think about what action you can take to remedy that situation. Do I need to pick up the phone? Do I need to apologize for my behavior? That's if that guilt is healthy. If the guilt is unhealthy and you struggle to think about what else you could have done, then my consideration to you is to be careful, because it could be unproductive guilt, where you just beat up on yourself. And potentially, if you're not careful, that will bring you down in the end. So, my encouragement to you is to ascertain if it's a productive or unproductive form of guilt. If it's productive, if you know that you've done something wrong and you regret that, take an action. Reach out to a friend, apologize, say sorry. But if it's unproductive and you're just feeling sorry and you're just feeling guilty and there's nothing you could do about it, or you don't actually regret saying no, then that may be an emotion you have to sit with. You may need to explain to someone, actually, I said no for these reasons. And if they choose to leave your life or punish you or take distance from you, well, that's the consequence. Sometimes we have to demonstrate healthy selfishness. I'm a big fan of that, healthy selfishness. And my last tip: be aware of guilt trippers. Some people are particularly great at tapping into guilt, and they'll use that to manipulate you and control you. So be mindful. Certain people are great at using guilt as a form of control. And if you're in a situation like that, my encouragement to you is to think about getting some support, getting some help around that, because that means that we begin to say yes, yes, yes to them, and often say no to ourselves. And even if you do say no to that individual, they may then use that guilt to get you to do exactly what they want to do, which will have an impact on the quality of your life. I hope those tips may be of use to you. I'm Keeley, psychotherapist with a passion for human potential. Take care of you, because if you don't, who will?